Hey, what's up, you guys? Whoa. Whoa. What a crazy morning. Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, Christina Butterfly. And I guess uploading a video without editing must work for your girl. Because the most unexpected thing had happened. First of all, let me send a shout out to, which I would never thought I would say, Ace the OG. He did a video dedicated to my latest video that I did in response to how I felt about his video saying that DoorDash need a man. And so I don't, want to do this, whole back and forth thing. You feel what I'm saying? I do want to say thank you. Thank you. I am a very small creator. I do not do these videos in the hopes that someone calls me out or sees me or point anyone in my direction. But however, I'm very grateful because I, not just doing YouTube to, build a community and tell my truth and tell my story. But of course, we all want to get, monetized one day. And so, thank you because you had helped me get one step closer to that because I am extremely small. Okay, so to me, that shout out was a big deal. Even though the circumstances, right? The circumstances, because I absolutely was calling you out. And so let's address this. Now, let me see. You know what? Because I want to do a reactionary video to this video. So we're going to go in here and we're just going to sit on my floor because I got stuff going on in here. We're going to sit on my floor. We're going to talk about this. We're just going to talk about this. Absolutely. Hold on. Close some doors. Ooh. Let's see.
So she can get a better understanding as to why I did it.
So 1 second, because we going to listen to this video together, and I'm going to respond to you, Mr. Ace. I'm going to respond to your video. Okay. So let's talk about it. Hold on 1 second. Let me take these headphones off. I put these headphones on because the living room don't have carpet and we ain't want a bunch of echoing. But okay, so like I was saying, before I get into the video, I am a very expressive person. A lot of times people will assume that I'm angry about something because I'm very expressive. I will be answering some questions as we listen to this video that he dedicated to me, which is crazy to me that out of all the creators, like, my video was the one that affected you the most. And it could be, a point in that video when I said that maybe your wife need a new husband. That's triggered you. I apologize because that was never my intent. But, once this mouth get to going, I'm a Gemini. We don't know what's going to come out, okay? We just don't know, okay? But let me make it one thing clear. The reason why your video triggered me is because I've watched your other videos dedicated to DoorDash. And though I don't agree with everything you said, it did not feel like it was malicious, okay? Hearing this video, I understand that you just feel like all women need a good man. And that's a wonderful thing. But let's keep clear. In this day and age, that's a few, rare, and in between. Yes, I've been hurt, but a lot of men in a relationship. But let me tell you something about me. I grew up, sir, in a two-parent household. I'm the oldest of three girls, okay? And I am very much of a daddy's girl. Now, unfortunately, my dad passed away when I was 15 years old. That still don't change the fact that he was an amazing father. You feel what I'm saying? He was so amazing. My father was a a master chef when I was a little girl. Had his first heart attack and they told him he couldn't cook anymore. In 1990, my father went to school for computer programming, and before he died, he owned his own business in computer programming in 94. So, my stock that I come from, my mother, saved, sanctified, strong woman who had a good husband, was still very strong will. And my father will be the first to say that he didn't need to rescue or save my mom. And let me keep this clear. My mother is 4'11". My father was 6'4". Okay? And my dad used to tell me the story one day of how when him and my mom first got married and, newlyweds, and they were playing, it's like wrestling, this hitting game, and, the tickling thing. And, my dad messed with her and my mom hit my dad, and my dad said, "We gonna end this right now." Why? Because that lady hit him so hard, he almost punched her in the face. He had to remember that was his wife. Okay? So I hear, you saying that you feel like that your grandmom and your mom would have probably had a better life if they had a good, strong man in their life. But you ever considered that you are the way you are because your grandmother and mom did what they did? Maybe if they had this amazing man in their life, that they didn't have to be the strong women that they were, that they had to be, you wouldn't be the man you are today. So, before I go all in too deep, all crazy, we're going to listen to it together. I listened to it the first time by myself, and this time we're going to, we're going to play it and listen to it together. And I'm going to respond to everything you have said in the video. I don't know if you'll do a response to this. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? I appreciate what you have already done, to be quite frank. I really do. Me, good or bad, you mention my channel, people going to come to it. And that's some more ways for me to grow my channel and to be able to see the other videos that I posted, that I put on this channel. So, if nothing else comes out of this, yes, I am very much of a person who can agree to disagree. I was on the debate team. Okay, I don't have no problem whatsoever agreeing to disagree. And to make it very clear, it did not come out of anger. It came out of disappointment, because out of everybody else in their ignorant ass videos, I felt like you was like really trying to give her advice. But I still stand 10 toes down on believing that no man has the right to tell a woman that they need a man. Especially if you a good man to your woman. Like, you don't have that place unless you going out schooling your other homeboys on how to be better men to us women. All right? Because we can't just walk outside and a good man just fall out the sky. That's not how it works. And what do we do in between time while we waiting for this good man? You feel what I'm saying? Like who would your grandmother or your mother would have been if they just sat around and waited for a good man to hopefully show up one day? No, we still got to live. I had an amazing dad, but I was a single mother to my children for 30 years. My twins is 30 years old. My oldest son is 27. My baby boy is 20. Want to know something about me? My oldest son about to be a CEO. My youngest son is a Marine. I have twin girls. Both of them, one own their own business. The other one works at Amazon. And she's going to school to be a pediatrician. So, and I did this as a single mom who believes that a woman cannot raise a boy to be a man. You only can raise them up. And I have two very well-adjusted sons. So, let's get into the video.
What up? It's H-O-G. Back with another topic, back with another video. So the title of this video is going to be, I don't hate DoorDash.
First off, I just want to make it clear that I never thought nor said that Mr. Ace hates DoorDash. Mr. OG, Triple OG, never once said that, nor did I think that.
I say again. Hold on a second, y'all. This is some random shit. I'm about to walk over this bridge, and there's a doggone a power line right here. Like,
let's get that.
out of things she probably went through in life herself. Bonded. I don't hate DoorDash. I want to make that very clear. And I'm going to explain it in more detail.
And I want to make it very clear once again. I never said this man hated this woman. Ever.
Video. And I'm going to address a YouTuber that actually responded to my video titled, DoorDash Needs a Man. So I'm going to bring that into full context, and this is not a video to bash her or degrade her or to disrespect her or none of that. This is all love.
Let me say this. I appreciate you saying that you was not creating this video to bash me or to disrespect me, and that is coming from a genuine place. And I accept that. I truly believe that, and I watched the whole video, there's nothing in the video that makes me believe that he was trying to attack me as a person and me as a character. And if you felt that that's how I did to you or that I was doing to you, I apologize, because like I said, this Gemini mouth has got me in many trouble. But I also, like I said, I stand 10 toes down on what I said. All right, let's go.
But I do believe that how she addressed the situation was definitely out of emotion, out of things she probably went through in life herself. And I don't know what, I'm not going to tackle that to a certain degree, but I'm definitely going to explain more in detail why I did.
That is 50% right. Because all of us drawn from our own personal experiences. Like, you came to your conclusions about most women need a good man based on how what you seen growing up with your grandmother and your mom. That we all draw from our personal experiences, as well as people around us, our loved ones around us. You feel what I'm saying? Having a good man in your life is like having that perfect icing on top of an already good cake. It really is. Like, I want for us women to get to the point where we feel whole and complete, whether we have a man or not. Yes, if there's something in the house that I can't do and need a man, I got family. It doesn't necessarily have to be my man to do it. Like, I got a grown son that'll do it. I got uncles that would do it. I got cousins that would do it. It don't necessarily mean that I have to have my man to do something manly. Let's go.
Video so she can get a better understanding as to why I did it. Some admin notes. Thanks again to all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I endeavor.
I am not a subscriber, but I will be. I am going to subscribe. Matter of fact, because I know he subscribed to my channel, because your girl only had 8 subscribers and now I have 9. So, in order, it's only right. It's only right. Oh, I got it upside down. Hold on. It's only right to subscribe back. So I am subscribing back. Make sure I've subscribed the right one. I just subscribe back. And I'm going to click the all videos so I can get to know you even better, sir. I met you, learned about you by you creating videos based on DoorDash. And like I said earlier, most of the videos that I watch really seem like it came from a genuine place. That's the reason why I chose your videos. I don't speak to ignorant people because there's just no point. If I'm going to speak on something, it's because I've seen a different view of you than I've seen in other people. So, let's go.
Keep pushing these videos out to give you leverage to better yourselves. Walking across this bridge. So I'm going to use this bridge to bridge the gap between me and content creators that think that I'm bashing DoorDash. And fun fact, this bridge right here is the train that I take to go to DC goes over that bridge. So anyway, let's get into it. So why do I...
And Mr. DC man, your girl is from Philadelphia, PA, boo. North Philadelphia, born and raised, 19th and Diamond. What's up? Just putting that out there.
I do not hate DoorDash. So she's not the only one that actually has responded to that video whether it be through comments or through video. I'm going to actually add her in my description, and I'm going to actually place her link of her YouTube channel in my description as well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you that you chose my video to respond to. Thank you for putting my link into your description. Thank you for shining a light on my channel. This is not sarcasm. This is a genuine thank you. Because the last thing I thought I was going to check off on my bingo card was anybody responding to that video. Anybody. I was dedicating the video to DoorDash. I wasn't even technically dedicating it to you. I just was responding from what you said. So, thank you.
Right. I want to give credit to the content creators that actually make videos about me. Now, there are some other content creators recently that have made videos about me as well. The thing is, like,
keep in mind, y'all, I didn't only just mention him. I also mentioned Thrifting Granny, because that blew me. I also mentioned Thrifting Granny, so I don't know. Maybe I gotta go check to see if Granny made a video to me. I don't know. He wasn't the only person who, triggered me. So, as he said, you feel me? And I mean, that's for anybody though. And you hear something that you're like, what the are you talking about? Everybody might not do a video on it, but everybody ain't a content creator. I'm a content creator. I seen it on YouTube. I'm gonna respond to it on YouTube. All right.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to credit every single person that makes videos about me, even if they make videos that are positive or negative. It does not matter to me, right? It's just that because of what I saw on this video that this young lady had made about my video, and I watched it twice, all the way through, just to make sure that I truly understood where she was coming from.
I'm going to say this again. I believe that he responded to my video because as I was talking and getting more passionate and thinking more like, how dare you tell some woman that you don't even know that she need a man? Maybe your wife need to get done. Yeah. So, if that is what triggered you to create this video, I apologize if it, sparked a nerve in you, If that's not the part, I don't know what part, because I know, But, yeah, let's listen.
Her name is Christina Butterfly. That's her actually YouTube channel. So like I said, I'm going to post information in my description. So go ahead and check her channel out. I mean, she has some points. I'm not even going to front about that. You know what I'm saying? And I do understand to a certain degree where she was coming from.
I do have to say this. I wish you would have picked out what you felt like I did have points on, because the whole video was based on what you was offended about, and there was nothing that you talked about that you felt like I actually had points on, because I would be curious to know what you agreed with as well as what you disagreed with. Okay, so just me personally, because that's what my plan, that's what I'm going to do throughout this video is, speak on what I may agree on and may I don't agree on. But, I appreciate that you felt like I did have some valid points. You did say one of how I feel like black women are just completely just dismissed and disrespected by black men as a whole. But I know you agree with more than just that one point. So, I'm just saying.
I'm hearing noise in the background. So yeah, I do understand where she was coming from. But it seems to me like she thought that me making a video was like a smear campaign on DoorDash, and she seemed like she was very angry and very upset at me.
So let's clarify this. Because this, black men put the angry black woman on us just as quick as everybody else. Me being expressive doesn't mean that I am just angry. All right. Like, no, I didn't ready to go, go see my therapist because of this. Like, no. Okay. I am annoyed for sure at how black men would tear a black woman down. But, yeah, it wasn't, just based off of angry. Like I said, for most of the time, videos that you dedicated to DoorDash, even though I feel like a lot of times you overstep, and why so many videos on DoorDash? Like, why? I also, she ain't me. It ain't my life. You feel what I'm saying? It's not that deep where to feel like I was outraged. I seen you as a person who make more sense. And so for you to say that we just need a man to save us, they cape on their back and they S on their chest, it's not true.
For making that video. So, like I said, this is not going to be a disrespectful video towards her. And also another caveat to the video as well, I do not want anybody that goes to her channel to come at her because of me. I don't play that, you know what I'm saying? I don't play internet beef, I don't play YouTube beef at all, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to address...
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that as well. Even though I'm not a person who care, I'm not a person they can bully. There is a button on there that I can just push and nobody can see their comments, including me. So if any of your, members decided to be froggy, they can always leave for sure. But I appreciate you putting that caveat out and not, telling your subscribers to not come to my channel and disrespect me or, feel how, even if they did, I wouldn't care. And if it got to the point where I felt like I need to say something, I'm going to say something. Because that's just who I am. That's just who I am.
Her comments about what she said about my channel, that's fine. But I would implore you, if you are
and I didn't say anything about your channel, sir. I didn't say anything about your channel. I talked about that particular video. I didn't say anything about your channel.
Follower of mine and subscriber of mine, please do not disrespect this lady. Please do not do that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, she thought that I was being disrespectful to black women as a whole by making this video.
You were. Not even black women, all women. Like, for you as a man to tell women they need a man. They're not our savior. That ain't God. We need God. We don't need a man. A man is a plus in our lives. But for men, let me ask this question. Are y'all sick and tired of getting broken women? We're sick and tired of having broken men. So I would rather for me to be completely whole and healed, and have a man that's completely whole and healed, not without flaws, not without perfection, but whole and healed. So I will stand 10 toes down on the fact that you don't have a right to tell any woman, black woman or otherwise, that they need a man. Not in 2025. And not when so many men don't want to be men. We got grown men running around here like children all day, every day in our face. So, just saying. You stand 10 toes down on what you believe and I'm going to get to that point when we get there. You stand 10 toes down on what you believe. I'm going to stay 10 toes down on what I believe. My opinion.
Mainly DoorDash, but she's saying that not only am I doing the same thing, but other content creators doing the same thing, which I'm not going to dispute that. I totally get that. But I do not want anybody from my channel to go over to her channel and come for her. I do not want that. You know what I'm saying? So please, if you want to address her, please be respectful. Please be respectful. Because honestly, I was going to just comment on her video because I know that would help her analytics as far as like getting her YouTube channel to grow, right?
Thank you again. You are absolutely right. Just by you commenting and saying my name and thank you. I can't even explain that. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't have enough subscribers or watch hours for this particular video to make me money overnight. You feel what I'm saying? But it certainly is going to get me closer. And so all I can say is thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am truly, truly grateful.
But, just like any other thing when it comes to texting and emailing people, a lot of things that you can say in an email or a text can be run out of context. You could be saying, you could be trying to convey one thing, and then you have one word in that text, and it throws the whole meaning of what you're trying to say off. And I could have upset this lady even more than what she.
And I have to agree with you. I definitely have to agree with you. I am 46 years old. I'm of the old school a little bit. I hate texting. A lot of times when you text, you can take it wrong. You can take the meaning wrong. Like, you feel like I absolutely agree with you, because I feel like tone and expression along with your words put more content on to what you're talking about. So, I absolutely 100% agree with you on that. And like I said, I'm gonna say it again. Thank you for choosing to address me in this way, so that I can get a clear view on your point of view on what I said.
Right now, by commenting on her YouTube channel and saying something that could have probably triggered her again. So it just made sense for me to make a video about it. So in real time, I can explain the reason why I did that video, right? Instead of having her misunderstand me again in a comment, right? It didn't make sense to me.
Make this very clear. I misunderstood you. I did not misunderstood you. Even watching this video again, I got very clear on where you was coming from. And I still say, you ain't got the right to tell no woman they need a man. You don't. You don't have that right. You don't. No more than a woman have a right to walk up to you and tell you you need a woman. You feel what I'm saying? Thank God. God has blessed you with an amazing woman. So your perspective of it is that you have this good woman. You a good man. You do good with, you a good husband. You a good father. And because I had one of them, I salute you and appreciate that. Okay? But please understand, you ain't got the right to tell a single woman what she needs. You don't know her story. You don't know her life. You don't know what she went through. You don't know what she gone through. You don't know what she healed from. Feel what I'm saying? Like, if you was speaking on a person that you knew personally, then okay. But what? All right.
So, if she doesn't know, she's watching this video, I was raised by a single grandmother and a single mom. I did not have a father figure in my life. My dad was not in my life, nor did I have any male role models that was worth following in my life the whole time I was growing up.
And like I said in the beginning of this video, I hate that for you. I really do. My children will probably have more of a perspective of how you feel than I would, because I did not grow up in a single parent mother household. And I mean, in a sense, maybe I kind of did after my father passed away, because my mother didn't remarry again until I was an adult. However, I still had an amazing father. I am absolutely a daddy's girl, even to this day. And my mother was strong-willed. I have 6 aunts and uncles on my mother's side. I had 8 aunts and uncles on my father's side. I had plenty of love, plenty of cousins, plenty of examples. All the women are strong. The men, or especially my dad's side of the family, what? Yeah, they will kick in doors. They will whoop your ass. All that thing, and all of they're strong women. Also have strong husbands, and so like your theory and what you're saying is based on your sole perspective on what you have gone through in a life. It's not a broad view. It's not a broad view. You feel what I'm saying? I had all that examples, and I still rather be happy, peaceful, and single, darling. You better believe it. I absolutely love being single. And the day that God blesses me with a man that allows me that I feel safe enough to get my ass up out the driver's seat and sit in the passenger seat, I'm going to do it with a smile. Do you understand me? With a smile. But I'm not letting nobody drive me to a brick wall because you a man. I can drive too. Thank you. Got my license. I can drive too. Right? I'm not like that. That is the problem. That is such the problem, is that we have men telling women that we ain't nothing without a man. When we're whole, complete human beings before you even showed up, were you less than a man before you got married? Your wife helped to elevate you and help bring it together, but you was 100% a person and 100% a person, and y'all came together and made 200% of everything. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't 50% of you and 50% of her, and y'all came together and made 100. No, you came complete, she came complete. Feel what I'm saying? Let's be realistic. Maybe 80-80. Feel what I'm saying? But for the most part, in order for you to have a happy, successful marriage, you have to be two happy, successful individual people. And I ain't talking about successful in finances, just as a person.
And I was raised in the projects from the time I was born until I was 20 when I joined the Army.
I wasn't raised in the projects, but you better ask anybody about 20th and Suskew, 20th and Diamond, 20th and Birch. Yeah, y'all know Meek Mills? Yeah, I grew up in the same hood as him. Yeah, exact same hood.
So I didn't have a metric to go off of when it came to how to treat women, right? Only thing I could do was see how women moved around in my life as I was growing up. And what I would tell you is that my grandmother and my mom, to be respectful to them.
So once again, your opinion is based on your experience. You said yourself that you didn't have any men around you to actually talk to you and tell you about any of this. This is based on your perspective, your opinion, from your perspective of the life you grew up having.
Rest in peace to my grandmother. I love my grandmother to death. But they brought on a lot of masculine energy to be able to take care of me, my brother, and everybody else they have responsibility for, right? They were not able to rest in their femininity at all. They was not. My grandmother was a fireball. She really was, and my mom was too. I've actually seen my...
And so I want to say this. Your grandmother would have been who she was whether she had a man or not. My mother was who she was whether she was married to my daddy or not. I seen her on both sides. She always was Ruth Oliver. Period. Hard stop. And ain't nobody played with her. Nobody. You feel what I'm saying? At the same time, when my dad put down the final word to something, that was enough for my mom. It didn't take away her so-called masculine energy. That's just the strength of a black woman having to survive in this world. Period. Period. Especially if you broken in poverty. Like, it's just period. So, to say that you feel like your grandmother and your mother could have had a better life if they had a man, you don't know that. That's based on coulda, woulda, if, shouldas, maybe, possibly. There's no way you can know that. And you might not be the man you are today if it wasn't for them. If it wasn't for if they had a man, you wouldn't be who you are. Maybe you wouldn't be the person who takes such good care and love and divine into your wife, into your family, if you had a dad around. Who knows? Who knows, to make that perception of believing because your mom and your grandmom didn't have a man in their life or a husband, that meant that they were masculine energy. Black women have to live in masculine energy, period. Period. Why? Because they spend so much time removing black men out of our home, even if we have a good one. They look for reasons to lock y'all up. They look for reasons to kill you. They give you high blood pressure. Like all kinds of stuff. You have so many things to fight against that you need two whole strong people. Okay? And from time to time to be able to sit down and be like, honey, you got it. If you have that. But if you don't, that'll make you even less of a person. It doesn't.
Like fist fight grown men. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? My mom was a straight G, a straight thug. She is, you know what I'm saying?
And I had to have physically put men, and I got a son. My son looked like a linebacker. Okay? That's just real talk. My oldest son looked like a linebacker. Soon as people say them, they look at you gave birth, that's your son, yeah. And the funny part is they be worried about the big one. It's the little one that's crazy. Just saying. I've had to physically put men out of my house. Yes, absolutely. 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 Unfortunately, sir, this is not 1954 when, majority of the men are just grown-ass men. A lot of grown men is walking around a little boy's mentality. And, when you think you're going to get physical with me and I'm going to ball up in the corner and cry about it, no, I'm going to ball you the fuck up in here. Real talk. Like, it's going to be Ike and Tina in the back of the limo. Period. End of statement, end of that. I don't deal with abusive relationship. Your man put their hands on me, it's the last time, because we gonna knuckle and you gonna get away from me. Because I'm not gonna stay in a situation where this is gonna be a constant physical thing. I've been there, done that, I ain't going down that road again. But you best to believe ain't let nobody play in my face. Not doing it.
And in my personal opinion, I believe that she would have had an easier life had she had a man in her life that treated her well, loved her the way she needed to be loved, and took care of her, right?
But what are the chances, honey? Good men are far and in between. And that is the reality. That is the truth. You don't know that. You don't know whether they would have had a better life if they had a good man. You don't know that. That is your literal opinion. That might be a hope that you will wish for them. But you ever talk to them and ask them? And please forgive me if they're no longer here for you to talk to them. Please forgive me if that is the case. But you can't assume something for somebody else. That's just your personal opinion from your point of view.
I truly believe that my grandmother and my mom had so much masculine energy that they pushed away a lot of men that could have been an asset to their lives.
And once again, how do you know that? You are a kid looking at a perception of what you see in your mother and your grandma from a kid point of view. How do you know that they tried to have a man and they showed up and the man tried to make them feel less than who they was? How do you know? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you don't know whether they were so masculine, they pushed all of it. And not to say that is not, can't be true for some people with some point of view, but you're putting facts on somebody else's life. That's really based off of your opinion because you as a man chose a woman that you seem to put value in and you did that. We all don't get that blessing all the time. Now don't get it wrong. I know my husband is out there for me. Okay? But it's not because I need him to survive in this world. It's because I want him to live this life with.
I think a lot of women are like that in this day and age. Now, I am going to address one thing she said in that video when she said that, that how dare I say that men need to say women. Women don't need to be saying how dare you say something like that. Okay? Let me address that right quick.
How dare you feel like, as a man, we need y'all to save us? Because we don't.
So, there are a lot of women out here in this world, not just America, but just in general, that will have miserable lives without having a man in their lives to be able to take care of them and protect them.
I have a cousin. Shout out to Taryn. Taryn been married to her husband maybe 13 years, if I'm not mistaken. 2011, 2025. Yeah, about 13, 14 years. Taryn has 5 children with her husband. And she'll say all the time, I don't know how you single mothers do it. I don't know how you single mothers do it. But what I know for sure, as strong as much as my cousin loved her husband, if God forbid anything happened and they was not together anymore, guess what? She still would be a strong and amazing mother, and she would do whatever it is she need to do to take care of them 5 kids. Sir, let me explain something to you. We do not need a man to come and save us. In fact, if we can't save ourselves, there's nothing you can do for us but put us in a position to have to solely rely on another human being. Us women have to learn to be whole and complete within ourselves before we go looking for another human, man or otherwise, to rescue us. What do you say about gay and lesbian women and men? Like, so you will tell a lesbian woman that she needs to have another, masculine man, masculine woman to come and rescue and save her? Like, you're not making any sense. This is not 1956. It isn't. Like, it isn't. And I don't know, maybe I need to bring my, because I'm just expressive. It don't have nothing to do with anger or that. I'm expressive. This is who I am, honey. This is who I am. Okay? Honey, you don't have the right to say that to us. You don't. You do not have the right to tell us that maybe if we had a man, our life would be better. Maybe. And maybe it could have been 10 times worse.
Right. Even single women that don't have men will call on a man that's not their man to take care of certain things, right?
Yes, my son, my uncles, my homeboys, my friends, yeah. And let's get this clear. Sugar, honey, iced tea. There are a lot of things that we choose to get men to do for us so we can help y'all feel like men. Because most of the shit we can do ourselves. And faster. Without having to break shit down even more to help you do it to make sense. So we don't have to go behind you and do it again. Because more than likely, when we ask you to do something, we have to go behind it and fix what we asked you to do in the first place.
Now, you may not be the person that does that, and kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? If you are a person that that basically take care of everything.
I can take out trash. I won't though. As long as there are a man present in my motherfucking facility, I'm not touching it. Can I take it out? Absolutely. Do I have to have a man to do it? No. No. No, I don't.
And their lives don't need a man for anything. I'm talking about no maintenance on their house, not to pay their bills, not to take care of things.
Yeah, no. Maintenance on a house, you can hire a person who has companies that can come and do those needs. Like, Lord help us. If we are out here looking for men just to take care of manly needs, that is some fuck shit, yo. Like, you got to be kidding me. Can we please move to 2025 and not being stuck back in the day? This is not the same scenario when women couldn't get no jobs and we had to sit home and rely on our man. Like, this is not the same scenario, sir. Like, at all. We need to elevate, please.
Just around them, not to protect them. They can protect themselves. Kudos to you. I'm just saying that I think, in my personal opinion, women navigate life a lot easier when they have a good man in their lives.
Emphasis on a good man, sir. Let's emphasize on having a good man. How many successful marriages do you know? Please. Every day we have people out here crying how hard it is to find. We got how many dating shows and like, come on, we got people marrying people they don't even know. They gonna get married to them the first time they see them. Like, come on. Let's keep this thing clear. You keep emphasizing a good man like they just falling out of the sky. Sir, so what we gonna do in between time until these good men show up? Please, can you explain that one to me? What are we supposed to be doing while we waiting for this good man? Not taking care of our basic needs because we don't have this good man? Okay.
Now, I don't know you, Christina. I do not know you.
Yes.
Right? So, I don't know what kind of trauma you may have been through when it comes to relationships.
Yes, I've been through a lot of trauma. A lot of trauma. Absolutely. I was more abused by family members than I was about relationships, sir, to be honest with you. To be honest with you. Okay, I had to deal with child molestation, all kinds of things. You're absolutely right, sir. I do have trauma. I also had an amazing father. I had an amazing godfather. I had amazing men in my life who loved and protected me. There was some that hurt me, but I had more that loved and protected me. So this conversation is not based off of past drama or feeling conflicted. This is based on conversations I've had with other women in my life and how we're sick and tired of y'all sitting around telling us what the fuck y'all think we need.
Every single man you ever had in your life probably was crap. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It could have.
And like I said, wrong assumption, sir. Very wrong assumption.
And that you may have mental issues that push off men that could have been access to your life.
How dare you? How dare you even speak on any of my mental health issues? If you watched any of my videos, you would know that I suffer from bipolar disorder, PTSD, and several other mental health disorders, and I receive a check for it. But I've also been in therapy since I was 11 years old. I had some amazing relationships. I had some not so amazing relationships. I don't necessarily know if I want to get married. That's just how the hell I feel. It don't have anything to do with my statement, my video that I created, that I made dedicated to DoorDash. Just happened to speak on what you said in your video based on feeling like women need a man. And as a woman, I'm telling you, no, we don't. We would like to have one. We would choose to have one. Women are a plus in our life. If that's the case, Diana Ross' daughter, what's her name? Elise? What is that? I can't. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Girlfriends. She ain't married. She living her best life. She talks about how sometimes, having to she gets some time. And I get it, because I personally rather be single. I hate relationships. But you do get a point where you like a partner. You like for someone you can live this life with. But as a partner. Not because I need you to come rescue and save me. I would love to know what you need a woman for. Since we need a man. What do you need? Like real talk. Like, you don't think you would be who you were today without your wife? Because that says more about you than to do about your wife. I'm quite certain your wife would be as who she is as a woman. That you being there help elevate her, absolutely. But vice versa? Does it make things easy? I guess. Does it necessarily easy mean better? No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
I don't know that either, you know what I'm saying? But it seems to me that my video triggered you so much that it almost seemed like you think that I was attacking black women in general. Now,
I didn't think I know, honey, that whether you understand it or not, whether you even willing to acknowledge it or not, that statement is a disrespect to not only black women, but women in general. It is. It is. It's just to feel like, that's one of the reasons why women are settling for men that ain't even up to their fucking... Women are out here just settling for any old kind of man because of statements like that. Of we just needing a man. So I'm just going to accept whatever showed up here because I don't want to be alone and I need this man.
I could tag you in other videos of YouTubers. I won't do that, you know what I'm saying? But I could tag you in it.
I appreciate you, because then we'd have had a problem, because I'd have been cussing everybody out. Everybody. I ain't holding you. Listen. I don't do the tit for tat stuff. I don't, you know. I'm responding to this video because I appreciate how you did this video. You feel what I'm saying? We definitely can agree to disagree. There's some things that you said, I'm like, but it wasn't enough. I don't feel like you're dismissing me as a person, as a woman, or anything like that. So thank you for not tagging me into none of them raggedy bum ass videos, because I don't have no respect for them. That's why I responded to your videos, is because I have respect for the videos that you was putting out. I don't speak on people that I feel like is irrelevant and talking out of their ass just to be talking. I really felt like you honestly believe that this woman, this grown-ass woman, needs a man. And that's why I responded to your video, because,
And other videos of other YouTubers talking about DoorDash, not for you to get, you know, to get disrespect. I'm just saying, like, tagging you to show you other YouTubers that have actually said some egregious things.
I agree with you. Deplorable, despicable shit. Shit that I wouldn't even waste my time watching twice. I wouldn't. I had more because, you know, you ain't do nothing personally to me for me to lose respect for you. I have respect for you. That's why I spoke on your video, because I felt like your other videos wasn't trying to attack her as a person or telling her she need a man. There's no man on this earth should be saying that to no woman.
I'm about DoorDash. I'm talking about calling this lady a bean, you know, just saying that she's the scum of the earth. I mean, there are a lot of male content creators that are...
Yeah, you also have them in your comment section, calling her all kinds of names and disgracing her as a human being. One person I read called her deplorable. Called this another grown woman deplorable, and all she does is try to speak positivity into people who made some financial mistakes. You ain't never make a financial mistake, so every dime you ever did is you did perfect. Or did you have to make mistakes to learn from the mistakes to do better with your money? So I'm just saying, like, did that lady just make her own mistakes to live her life the way she want to live her life?
Really destroying this woman. Personally, every single video that I've made about this woman, I do not see myself destroying this woman. All I'm doing is...
I believe that you don't see yourself destroying her. I do feel like you make too much videos about her, though. I do. I really do. I really feel like you spend a lot of time creating videos on DoorDash. And I don't understand it. I don't understand how so many people are so bothered by this woman. It blows my mind. Listen, y'all get bothered by me. Please do. Please do. Because I'm going to piss y'all off the same way she is. And the difference between me is I'm going to keep doing it. I ain't going to say, no, don't send me no money. You want to send me some Cash App? Listen, I will take it because your girl is struggling, okay? Okay? And I don't give a damn what nobody say.
In context of the situation to help women out not be in the same position that she is for herself in, right? Because not only do I have to get at men when it comes to being accountable for their actions and how they may not be able to navigate life very well because of what they've done in life, I got to do the same thing for women. Even though a lot of women will not hold themselves accountable with a lot of things. I know I'm going to get some flack.
Who didn't apologize to you, sir? Who did something to you and they didn't apologize? Like, excuse the noise outside. Neighbors is losing their mind. One more again.
They may not be able to navigate life very well because of what they've done in life. I got to do the same thing for women. Even though a lot of... Because not only tagging you to show you other YouTubers that have actually said some egregious things about DoorDash. I'm talking about calling this lady a bean. That I've made about this woman. I do not see myself destroying this woman. All I'm doing is bringing context to the situation to help women out not be in the same position that she is for herself in, right? Because now,
can you talk to men? Like, can you talk to men? Because I don't know if you realize it or not. You coming across real condescending. You coming across like you got the solution to this woman's problem, and the solution is find you a good man. Like they falling out of the sky. Let the nigga, can he land on me? The next good nigga, let him land on me. Like, what?
Only do I have to get at men when it comes to being accountable for their actions and how they may not be able to navigate life very well because of what they've done in life. I got to do the same thing for women. Even though...
No, you don't. No, you don't. You do not have to be the spokesperson on making sure women got it together, honey. You don't. You really don't. Give me 1 second. I got to plug this phone up. All right. No, sir. You do not have to be the spokesperson to talk to us. We don't. At all. Especially from this perspective. Feel what I'm saying? Now, I don't know. Maybe it's somebody who, feel the same way as you do. I don't know no female who do. In my... Okay? And I have married women in my circle, okay? Women that have been married for 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 years and just sat with some twins. They've been married to her husband for 56 years.
A woman will not hold themselves accountable with a lot of things. I know I'm going to get some flack on that too, you know what I'm saying? But my personal opinion is to...
Who are you to say that? Who are you? Who are you to say that? Like, how about another grown person do not have to answer to you? Male or female, like a woman, if she chooses, and I'm not saying all women, are right, and don't know women hold, not accountable. I'm not going to say that I always was accountable. I'm a person who was staying 10 toes down in the middle of the thing, but then once I think about it, it's like, you know what, maybe I did too much. Maybe I overreacted. Maybe I, need to look at it from a different point of view. I've never had a problem apologizing or being accountable for anything that I have done to hurt or offend a person. Never have I ever. But it's not your job to tell me what I need to be accountable for. That is my job to understand what that is for myself. Because just because you think I need to be held accountable to a certain level on a certain stand, you ain't my God. I have my choice to choose and decide. Maybe I was wrong. And then I could think, just like I feel like that first video, I stand 10 toes down on you need to stop telling women that they need a man.
There are a lot of women that I've met in my life that have made so many bad decisions in their life, and they will not...
Another problem. I firmly believe that nothing in life happens to us, but happens for us, and happens for our greatness. Who are you to tell somebody struggles and trials and tribulations, which, let's understand, there is no testimony without any tests. Who are you to say that to them? You speaking on other people's lives and not based on your life and your perspective. Whether that person made 50 mistakes, that is between them and God. Those are the mistakes they need to make to grow to the next level. And if they don't learn from the mistakes, they're going to keep going over it until they do. And you just hope they're a person who learned from their mistakes. But who are you? Is all your mistakes out on the front line, or you just walking around on this perfect path? Is that what you're telling me? Like, you had to have gone through something to understand. I'm confused here. Like, you're speaking like you're the high and mighty authority on what's right and wrong in other people's lives. And you ain't got that right. You only got that right over your life and in your family and in your world.
It's always going to be somebody else's fault that they fucked up. It's always going to be somebody else's fault that they not navigating.
That's called a narcissist. They only, they got their own slew of group of people. If you're literally talking to somebody and it's always somebody else's fault, then they got some narcissistic tendencies and there ain't nothing you can do about them anyway. So, okay.
Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of women out there that will not take accountability. Now, I have seen some videos of...
Dude, how many women do you know? You know like all women? Like, what are you talking... There are a lot of men out here who don't take accountability. Every doggone thing you said about a woman, I can say that about plenty of men I know. One I know right now who's the most unaccountability, narcissistic human I know. And it's all wrapped up in male form. So to like say this as if like only women are like this, like it's like what the devil? Well, come on, sir, you were wrong. Like you were wrong for making this video about this woman. Period. And you could justify it all you want to. You were wrong for creating a video saying that this woman needed a man. I would rather you have created a video talking about she needs some financial literacy than to come up here talking about she needed a husband or needed a man to save her, God forbid, from her life.
Where it seems like she has taken accountability for some of the things she's done to put herself in the situation that she's in right now. Kudos to her. Once again, this is not me hating DoorDash. It's not me trying to bash her or do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing...
But you are, sir. You are contributing to the noise to this woman's life. And no matter how many times you twist it or turn it or different ways you say it, whether you understand it or not, you are adding to the noise. You are a part of the problem. Pick a different subject.
Context to the situation so folks can actually see.
You're just a little nicer with it. But you make a lot of videos on this woman. A lot.
And have a different point of view as far as how she got herself in this situation. I don't want other women being the same way that DoorDash has been when it comes to money. That's just a fact.
Well, if you feel like DoorDash really needs to have a good man, maybe you need to do some seminars on creating some good men. Yeah, how about that one? How about you go in a lab and help conform and create these good ass men that we need so much? Because men like you is far and in between. And I'm saying that loosely because I still do not like how you just, direct this energy towards women. It doesn't sit well with my spirit. It just don't. It doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is self-inflicted.
Especially as a married man. Like, you know what you're providing, what you're doing in your household for your wife and your family. You can't speak on how another man treating their wife and their family. So as a man, you directing this energy towards women like we can just walk outside and a good man falls on our lap blows me. It really do.
The harm that she done to herself. It is.
So she couldn't have done this harm to herself with a man? So she couldn't have had a man and still made these same mistakes? The defined difference in her making these mistakes is having a man. Okay.
We have seen...
Do we got magical powers? Is he like a superhero? Like, do he show up like in a flash? Like, I'm going to save you. I'm going to change your whole world around. Just come follow me. I'll be your good man.
Many videos of her in the past that she's hustling and grinding, which I respect totally, because my grandmother and my mom were straight grinders, straight hustlers.
Thank you for giving her that. She grinding, thanks for giving her that. Thanks for giving her that. And let me make this clear. I don't agree with everything DoorDash do. I don't. But to tell that woman she needed a man was disrespectful. It was disrespectful. Like, you ain't got the place to tell no another woman what they need and don't need in their life, especially a woman you don't know. The only thing you know about this woman is the videos that she released.
out the mud. They really did. You know what I'm saying? And I respect her for doing that. And that's one of the reasons why I had subscribed to her channel months ago. Because of that, because I saw that. Then when I saw her getting all this money, I was like, my goodness, the Lord is blessing. You know, she's really getting a lot of money.
You see her gotten all this money. Do you have any clue of what her bills look like? Past debt, credit card debt. She could have had prior evictions. Like I said, I don't agree with everything in DoorDash. DoorDash said, you know, in a video I watched recently, is how she's always late for her rent. That tells me that she has problems with her finances. A man ain't gonna cure that. Financial literacy will. Like, learning how to manage your money better will. A man don't have nothing to do with man mess around and come in her life and make it even worse. She needs financial literacy, education, not a savior in human form.
From AdSense, because it's showing her grind.
Like I said, you have no clue of anything this woman did or needed prior to her videos blowing up. You have no thought of any, you don't know nothing about what this lady had to face, what she had to do. Feel what I'm saying? She talking about this hair care line that she built in, but I know personally how much it cost. You have to buy and provide for all these things to make this stuff up for her hair care line. You have no idea what this woman did. You don't know if she invested in classes. You don't have no idea what the heck happened. And then because of people like you get on here and create these videos about this woman, now she deals with people unsubscribing from her channel, dealing with people coming out talking crazy videos against her, calling her all kinds of names, everything but the child of God. But you got the answer. She need a man. That's it.
So what it seemed to me was that, you know, the Lord was basically, you know, helping her along through her struggles because she put the work in. Totally, that's totally cool. Now, I don't know exactly how she spent her money. I do not know. You know what I'm saying? I know she's had some videos showing that she's on vacation and, you know, she does some other things with her money. Like I said.
Why you mention her taking a vacation? This woman can't go and on a vacation. Like, come on. Like, the one thing that kills me is that, yes, black people get a little bit of money and they do this, that, and the third. That's what happens when you don't have none. You want to do some things that you have never done before. I would see if you did all this and DoorDash left YouTube. Long as she's showing up on YouTube, she's going to get a fucking check. We know this. Okay? We know this. Maybe she need to learn how to diversify her YouTube channel. Maybe she need to learn how to create some ebooks, to create some digital products. There's other ways, like I said in the video, check out Just Jazzy doing it. But to tell this woman that she need a man, I'm going to continue to say you're dead wrong.
I'm not in her pocket, so I don't know how she spent her money.
Not in her pocket.
But what I do know is that she has posted a whole bunch of videos lately, almost begging people from.
And see, this is the part that pisses me off. She originally got on these videos expressing of the struggles and what she's currently going through. Which is a lot of people are going through in this time of right now in the economy and what we're living in. Okay? She's currently speaking on what she's currently going through and currently dealing with. It was her subscribers and the people in her comments encouraging her to create a video on putting up her Cash App, and it's the disrespect she's keep getting is why the other videos are coming along. Now, I don't agree with how she's doing it. I personally will ignore y'all ignorant asses and still be up there talking about my Cash App and I need help. Because yes, it takes courage to ask for help. That girl, you don't mention nothing about that girl putting up her hair care line and trying to sell her hair care line. You are solely focused on the fact that she had her Cash App asking for help. And she only put the Cash App asking for help, which you did not hear. You said you watched the video twice, but you bring it up again. You bring it up again. Let's listen to it again. Like, you acting like you literally said this girl is panhandling. This is not the same. That girl is, like you said, she put in the work. She created a video, she showed up on a video, she edited the video, she put these videos out. That girl is not panhandling. She's not panhandling. Okay? Not by the lease. You drive past a bum sitting outside every doggone day with the doggone sign in their hand saying, I'm homeless, I don't have nowhere to go, can you get... That's not what this girl's doing. That's not what she's doing. What she's doing is no different than rent parties back in the day. What she's doing is no different. It's the cyber version of a rent party. You are judging this young woman for going through hard times based on what you believe the money that she was already getting without knowing any of her other prior what she needed to handle before that money came along. You don't know her debt, student loans. You don't know none of this shit. But you took the time out to create a video talking about how this woman need a man.
You know, she does some other things with her money. Like I said, I'm not in her pocket, so I don't know how she spent her money. But what I do know is that she has posted a whole bunch of videos lately, almost begging people for money to help her out. Almost internet panhandling. That's a terminology that folks have made up now. Internet or digital pan.
You don't have it right, yo. That was that, yo. I'm glad I ain't DoorDash. I'm glad I ain't DoorDash, because who the hell? So the only thing you hear this woman saying is how I am struggling, I need help. I am, and the crazy thing is that her most recent video that she dropped today is literally saying, because of you guys' help, I was able to save my car and I will have my rent paid on time. The fact that she created the video and uploaded it itself, she ain't panhandling. Panhandling is literally want you to give money just because you drove past me. My favorite is because you opened the door. Oh no, my number one favorite is when they standing in front of the doggone store and they speak to you and they expect for you to come out just because they said hi to you and said, how you doing? And I'm supposed to give you the change in my pocket. Or was this just a black woman who needed some help and she reached out to her community and got the help that she needed? She makes it very clear that she can't go to her mom. So tells me that her friend, like she doesn't have family in her life for her to support and be there for her. So the community that she took time to build and grow, she reached out to her community and asked her community for help. And they showed up 10 times over to make sure that she was good. I'm trying to understand what part of this is you needing to feel like this girl need to have a man instead of figuring out that she can do it without one. Is that the part that you're upset about? Because she gonna figure it out without one?
Basically asking for handouts. Now, I'm not here to judge her, because she's doing that.
I don't know if you realize or not, but you're real condescending. For you to say 1 minute call her saying she's basically panhandling, calling her a bum, and I know what you're going to say. I didn't call her a bum. Panhandling or bums. Let's not play semantics. And then on the next breath say, I'm not judging her. You're absolutely judging her. You completely judging her. That's why you can make so many videos about her, because you're judging her.
I'm not here to judge her, because at the end of the day, we don't know what folks going through, and we don't know what mental state that folks are in at the time they're doing things like this, right? So I do not want to say it in a video that's going to cause this lady to crash out for real. You know what I'm saying? Because of misunderstanding on her part. You know what I'm saying? Women are very emotional.
Now, this is the part I'm not, clear if you was talking about me crashing out for real, or DoorDash. But let me ease your spirit for you, honey. I, Christina, shall never be crashing out. I am very expressive, and I don't apologize for that. Okay? I didn't crash out in the first video. Matter of fact, after I finished that video, I got off that video and I took my ass to the pool and went swimming. Which I enjoy doing every day. Okay, so let's keep that very clear, honey. I was annoyed. I was irritated. It was like, you got to be shitting me. But nobody else's life has me in such an uproar that I'm crashing out. So let me give your mind some ease, darling. I had not once crashed out about anything. I'm just willing to say the thing ain't nobody else gonna say. That you're full of it. Because don't no woman need a man. We want one, a good one, which is far and in between. But we don't need a man to have to get through and survive and to elevate in this world.
So, it does not surprise me that she's gone this route when it comes to the video she's made. But I do believe that there are some men out there that are content creators that have gone a little too far with how they're speaking about her.
I appreciate you said that. And like I said, I chose your video to speak on because though I feel like you talk about her too much, I don't feel like for the most part it's coming from, a place of, trying to destroy this woman as a person. I just feel like you're out of place with some of the stuff you say as a man. And you need to direct that to other men. If you feel like this woman need a good man, then why don't you go talk to other men and help them become better men so they can be better men for good women like her, me, or anybody else. That's just my opinion.
I haven't called her that, shot her name. I haven't. I have given context to some of the things she's done on video, but I have not done anything egregious to her.
And you can't speak for that woman. You can't say the videos that you put out ain't egregious to her. Like, with your actions, you can't control how she feels about what you do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I find it weird that another grown person is doing a video about another grown. Why a grown man doing even a video on a grown woman? I don't understand. That's weird to me. That's really weird to me that you take your time out to create so many videos based on another woman in her life. Like, it's weird to me. So.
Y'all can watch some of my videos and tell me if you think differently. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, I don't think I've done that, right?
And you're talking to your supporters right now, sir. And your supporters, of course, agree with you. I read the comments. They agree. They're disrespectful. That's craziness to me, but okay.
But, to sum things up, the main reason why, that I say that she need a man, because personally, I believe that most women in this world need a man. That's my personal opinion.
Your opinion is like an asshole. Everybody got one, but don't mean everybody need to see it or hear it.
I know we probably will agree to disagree, but that's just my personal opinion. I hate to see women struggling in life because they don't have a good man in their life.
The fact that you said you women are struggling because they don't have a good man is some nonsense. That is some fucking nonsense, yo. Having a man in your life do not determine whether you're going to have a happy life or an unhappy life. Like, that's not determined. Our life, nobody's life is a mistake. Everybody is in their life where they're supposed to be. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's just the reality. Nothing is a mistake. Nothing is an accident. Nothing. Everything happens to you in your life is happening for you, for your greatness. Whether you know it or not. So who are you to say that people are in here, women they're struggling because they ain't got no good man? Who the f are you to say some shit like that? Sir, please just go home and take care of your wife and your family and stop telling other women what the hell they need. You need to be talking to men. And maybe your wife need to be out here talking to us, because this is crazy.
And my person, and because I was raised by a single grandmother and a single mom, I say grandmother first because we lived in her house. You know what I'm saying? She was the head of the household. I didn't understand this growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like that just was my life. As far as like seeing my grandmother and my navigate life in a struggle mentality. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It was a different time back then. I knew for my grandmother, there was not a lot of opportunities for my grandmother to excel in life. You know what I'm saying? She was raised in the projects, just like I was raised in the projects, and my grandmother had a seventh grade education, right? She got pregnant, and she was a teenager being pregnant. She had her first child when she was a teenager, right? So we're talking about a lady that was born in the 1920s. So as a black woman, there was a lot of things that was not available to her, right? My mom was born in the 50s. So even then, there was a lot of things that were not available to her as well, right? So there's a system that's been created for black people that have...
My mother was born in 1954. My mother now has her master's degree in education. She graduated from college in the fucking 60s and 70s. Everybody, like, nothing to us happens for us, but to us, it happens for our greatness. I was still saying 10 toes down that if your grandmom and mother weren't the women who they were, you probably wouldn't be the good husband that you say, because that's what you say. I'm not a witness to it. I ain't speaking to your wife. I don't know if you're a good husband or not. I don't. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I guess you just want us to take your word for it because you said it. I don't know. I do know this, that maybe, if you are this good man that you said you are, you might not have been that great of a man if your mom kept her man in her life and you keep saying good as if that everybody going to get in a relationship and this person just going to be good. Like, you just, like, the solution to your problem is having a good man. Well, where they at? Where the fuck are they at? Like, oh, man.
Put black people in bondage, right? Now, I'm not saying that Dodash that was raised in that environment. I'm just saying, like, on the outside looking in, knowing how I saw my grandma and my mom navigate life and how I seen a lot of women that were in poverty navigate life. If they had a good man in their life, if they had a man that was able to love them the way they needed to be loved and treat them the way they needed to be treated, they would have navigated life a whole lot better than what they did. Who wants to see their grandmother struggle through life? Who wants to see their mom struggle through life, right?
Did you ever stop to think that their struggles is what made you who you are today? My daddy was there. My parents still struggle. My dad started his own business. They struggle. They struggled together. Like, the lack of a man with or without, like, my dad was still a black man. Like, what the fuck? Oh, man, yo. I've known some of the strongest, most successful, especially my North Philly black woman, Miss Tangi, Miss T, Miss B, like, single, strong, minded black women who are not sitting back saying, oh God, I wish I did why I never have a man. No, like, we living a best life. This is 2025, darling. This is 2025. We not out here crying because we don't have a good man. We living our best lives.
A man could alleviate all that crap. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm assuming that you're saying that a man as a detriment.
Or add to the problem. Or add to the problem. or be even a bigger problem.
Woman. That may be because your experience, your personal experience, but that's not everybody, ma'am. That's not every woman. You know what I'm saying?
You need to take your own advice, sir, because not every woman need a man. And I'm sure it might be some women out here who feel that way, but I promise you, darling, the majority of us know that we don't need a man to survive in this world. We choose to have one. And quite frankly, I feel like y'all need us way more than we need y'all. And just like you got opinions, I got opinion, okay? And my opinion is y'all need us way more than we need y'all. That's just my opinion.
A lot of women out here that are married, that are happily married, that don't got to carry in the freaking world.
They are.
You know what I'm saying? My wife is taking.
And there are women out here who are miserable with their man.
Right? She is a wonderful woman. You know what I'm saying? She brings an asset to me. I love my wife to death. And I do everything in my power to make sure that she's taken care of. And my kids. I grind and bust my ass.
So because you grind and bust your ass and make it a priority to be a good man to your family, your suggestion is to go find you a good man? Show me the store that I can go to find him.
All the time. If you didn't know, I've been unemployed since mid-March of this year. And I've been grinding ever since. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a job, trying to make sure everything's straight. Now, put my wife in the same scenario as me, I know that she would work out very well because, my wife is a very smart, intelligent woman. But mentally and emotionally, she would not be able to handle a lot of things I'm going through right now.
I raised 4 children as a single mother. 4 children as a single mother. My twins are 30 years old. Oldest son is 27. My youngest son is 20. Your wife is just as strong as any other woman. And if God forbid, for whatever reason, that you wasn't there, she would be able to handle that and more. Because that's just how God created black women, honey.
Saying that's straight facts, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that she would fold. I'm not saying that she would have a nervous breakdown. I'm just saying that from an emotional standpoint, a lot of things when it comes to what I've been going through the last couple of months being unemployed, I think that she would have a harder time navigating that.
I'm hoping you talked to your wife before you did this video. Because to assume that she would have a harder time navigating it. And it could be because, she's used to having a husband. A lot of times when you used to having that partner, you think that you couldn't be able to manage or handle or deal with a certain situation until you are in it. And what's she going to do? Fold? No. Like, she's going to have to do whatever it is she needs to do to make sure that the family is taken care of. That's what black women do.
All the time. And I know a lot of women put in that scenario will have the same issue. So all I was saying is with Dodash is that a good man, not a crappy man, a good man coming into her life could save a lot of heartache
and once again, what store can we go to find this good man? Put it in the chat. Let me know the name of the store that I can go to find this good man, since they, just at the pickings. Like, we just can go find us a good man. That's it. We just go outside and go find you a good man. And all your problems in your world, all your problems will be solved. All you need is to go get you a good man.
The anguish that she has right now going on. You know what I'm saying? That was just the whole synopsis of what that video was about. This is not about me saying that that she could not be a woman at all without having a man. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that there's a whole bunch of men out there that will see Dodash a video and see how she's going through life. You know what I'm saying? And will say to themselves, "Hey, this is a very attractive one."
Actually, she would get more predators and people who's trying to manipulate and use her, and a bunch of fucking narcissists. And that is the Guys for Honest Truth. I don't have nothing to do with that video, like, at all. Like, she will have a higher chance of attracting a bunch of creeps. Real talk. And your video will draw, like, to be honest with you, like, every man think they a good man until you with them. Like, for real. Like, come on now. Come on. Like, come on. You need to be, if you would have told her that she need to go get some therapy, she need to get some financial literacy, if she, anything under the world, I still stand 10 toes down, 10 toes down, 10 toes down. You ain't got the right to tell that woman that she needed a man. In fact, she doesn't need a man. What she needs is some financial literacy and some therapy.
I like a hustle, like a grind. She's going through a rough patch right now. Maybe I can help this woman out. Maybe I can, can give her some guidance, right? And maybe
she's not a charity case, and don't no woman needs to be saved. We don't need a hero. We don't need a Superman, because that puts y'all men, or you don't even understand. That's a disservice to men as well. Like, that amount of pressure. It's two of y'all. It's two of y'all, okay? Y'all need to be support system and helpers to each other. To each other. Like, come on with this 1960s mentality that the man got to do all the providing. And we just like, come on. Now, if that's the dynamic you and your wife have, that she's a stay-at-home wife, then just say that. And that you provide all the need, then just say that. That works for your dynamic. But in this day and age, the majority of these women, including myself, we're not walking around saying that it's not going to be able to make it in this world without having a man. It's just ludicrous.
Relationship. Maybe one day we maybe be together. Maybe one day I may marry this woman. You know what I'm saying? That's how things happen in life. You know what I'm saying? You'll see areas where women will get in a situation to where it's very hard for them to get out of it. And they'll have a man there, you know what I'm saying, to be able to help her out.
Ooh.
What's wrong with that? What is wrong with a man helping a woman out? What is wrong with a man saving a woman? What it says to me is that, and once again, that we disrespect.
Because we don't need to be saved, baby. I don't know how many other ways to put that. We don't need to be saved. We don't need a rescuer. We don't need a savior. That's called God. Okay? That is called God. That we don't need a savior. We want a partnership, not a savior. Like, I don't...
Well, what it's saying to me is that you have a lot of masculine energy. And I think that comes from...
And do, because I'm a Gemini. And it's in my chart. It's in my birth chart. You know, I'm not just a Gemini. I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Gemini sun, Capricorn moon, Taurus rising. I absolutely have a lot of masculine energy in my chart. I also have a lot of feminine energy in my chart as well, sir. And when I need to land in any lane, I will and can without a problem. Why? Because we always need to come around checking men like you who walk around here thinking that you are the cure to our problems. You're not. You're not. No man is. You are human just like we are, darling. And that's just facts. There's no way in the world that you're going to tell me that I'm going to need a man to come save me. Usually, a man makes it a little worse. In fact, you make it so much worse that we got to go now and fix what you done fucked up. And that's just usually the case. My life, personally, for me, is a lot smoother and a lot better and a lot peaceful, Lord, when I am single. Now, do I believe that God has that person created just for me and my crazy self? I absolutely do. But with or without a man, I'm going to be happy, darling. I'm going to be happy, whole, and complete before he even show up. Okay?
A lot of pain and a lot of anguish you may have gone through in life yourself, navigating life without a man. Because maybe a lot of the men, if not all the men you had in your life, hurt you. But that's not all women, man. Every woman that is out there is not going to have the same experience with men that you had.
And every woman out there don't need a man to save them. You come on, sir. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Just like there may be some women who feels like they need a man to save them. There's a whole slew of us who know we don't. And the fact that you're a grown man speaking for women is just craziness to me. Because, I can't get up on these videos and speak of what a man, like, what, like, you need when we create a video, there's some men who believe they need 2 wives. We need to create that video, you need 2 wives. In order you get all this stuff together, you need to get you a second wife. The second wife can pick up what the first wife don't. Like, what the fuck? You ain't got the right to tell another woman that they need a man.
They're just not, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm not going to belabor the topic of the video, but that was really the main point that I wanted to get across when it came to me making a video about Don't Ask Me the Man. I don't think personally that me making that video was bashing her. I don't think me making that video was degrading her or anything like that. But I did hear when you said that you're sick and tired of black men destroying and talking bad about black women. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I love black.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you agree with it.
My wife is black, right? You know, so I love black women. And when I make videos about black women, I try to bring context to some of the things they navigate through to help them out, not to degrade them and not to bring them down. I got a video that I made about a year ago when I explained why do black women wear wigs, and I got a whole bunch of flack about talking about that video because a lot of women said that.
I'm glad I ain't see that video because I'd have written you a whole new one on top of that one too. Because what? Why do you want to make all these videos based on what black women need or women in general need? Can't you talk about what it is men need to do? Aren't you a man? Talk about what y'all need to do. Hey, why are y'all in our? Why are you over here? Hey, why are you walking around talking about what black? That shit comes across as real condescending. Because you don't have a clue what black women are go through on every single day. No more than y'all claim we don't have a clue of what y'all go through on a daily basis. Maybe you need to have you and your wife talking on here together, because you're condescending.
As a man, I should have said nothing about a woman with a wig, because black women have a huge issue with their hair in the first place, for it's like feeling insecure about their hair. So for me to make a video about that to them was me degrading black women, and it wasn't. But we may agree to disagree, but I appreciate that you took the time to give your opinion on YouTube, because this is YouTube. This is a social media platform. You know what I'm saying? This is a place where you can express your opinions and get opinions on your opinion, right? So this is just me giving back to you, and bringing things in full context as far as why I made that video. Now you may still disagree with my approach. That's fine. We can disagree and still respect each other. But I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next.
Well, y'all, that was the end of the video. My God. And even reading the comments right now, like, he just did this video 2 hours ago. He uploaded it. And even the comments is, I'm watching the video and I have to tell you, all women aren't the same. I had a man who came into my life who saved me because I needed saving. We're married now almost 10 years. This is the platform. 10 years ago. So if she'd been married almost 10 years, God only knows when that situation occurred and happened to her. And just like I said earlier, there might be some women who feel like they need to be saved. I seriously doubt DoorDash is one of them. So, oh yeah, everybody got their little opinions, and y'all can go back and watch them, which I don't give a shit about at all. At all. This person says, you care too much. Your commentary is your commentary, which is true. People can take it or leave it. This is business. You will forever have to do videos like this, bigger your platform goes. Let it rock and get your money. You know what your intent was. People always flip the narrative in biased situations. Yeah, no, that's my personal opinion. I stand 10 toes down on how I felt, and I feel like this grown-ass man ain't got no right to tell another woman that you don't know that they needed a man. And that's just period. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I did not just only address Mr. Ace. I also addressed someone, Thrifty Granny. You feel me? Like, my video was based on uplifting DoorDash and not so much expecting to get a response from Mr. Ace. I kind of agree with this woman right here. Like, at the end of the day, why did you need to address me? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I really want to know what I said that triggered you so much that you needed to create a video dedicated to me. Because I know what triggered me. The fact that you telling another person they need a man. Okay? That's what triggered me. All right, you guys. I'm going to end this because I'm sure this video is pretty doggone long. And I ain't edited nothing. I am just going to upload it, say what I had to say, do what I had to do. And, Mr. Ace, I appreciate you. Good press, bad press. Let's talk about me, honey. Okay? It is what it is. I am going to leave a comment myself right here. Because whether he know it or not. People, I swear to goodness. Well, Mr. Triple OG, Mr. Ace OG, thank you for the shout out. This is, how I feel about what your video is. Hopefully, this can be the end of it, because I don't know you. You don't know me. I just base my opinion on what I seen. Didn't I know it would take it to a level where you needed to respond? But okay, that's how you felt. So we respond to your response. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. I love you all so very much. And I see you guys back here next time. Bye.